Right, so I've put a lid on here, and that's now hinged. And I put a soft back on the back, just sort of temporary, just trying to, I haven't built it very well, so I'm just having to sort of make it as I go now. So now I'm just measuring to cut out this so it pushes in to sit on top of that bit of ply for a bit of support. And what this will be is a lift off lid rather than a hinged one, because I haven't really got the supports in for hinging. I have this end, but to have it put in flush in there, I just got to be just lift off one. And our clad, I've had to put a bit of wood there to clad against this. This is going to be clad. This will be pushed in. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. Decorate it somehow. But yeah, just working on this at the moment. When I find my sort, I will carry on. But that's obviously a high storage come seat. It would be steps, a step up to get up, and there'd be another. Has to be another one over there. I mean, it sits onable at the moment, but ideally it's just storage. And I mean, if I do this one here, because it's got to go quite high to match with that, I could do obviously a narrow storage there. Anyway, I'm waffling, but yeah, I'm working on it at the moment. This is what we're working on today now. Right then, see if I'll explain what's going on here and get past all this stuff. So here we have a lift up hinged lid, which just misses the window, so I have to come this way a bit to miss it. That stores my toilet buckets. This side, this is the first part of the step. So this is going to be a lift off lid. So there'll be storage under that. So this should be step one. Step one goes up to step two, which has lift up storage. Then I'm going to be building this bit is the base, something just to screw to, because step three is going to be the height of that all the way along. Imagine it'd probably be a front storage to get into that, and then step four will then be going up with that cat bed would come down, will be going on there, and then obviously you can go up into the bed. So that's the plan. So obviously it doesn't matter this is uneven, because there's going to be a base there to screw to. Now the issue I've got to check and find out if these are need accessible to get to the engine. At the moment it just looks like it's outside and dropping down behind the wheels, so I don't think this needs to have access to it, but at the same time, if need be, it will just be screwed anyway, so it will be dismantleable. So that's the plan. So we got be one step, and also obviously at the same time this can be as a seat there, and then I leave space for a seat there, and obviously the cat box here, which can always be tidied up a bit better later. I mean that works as it is. I know it's untidy, but it does work as it is. I don't think I want it short, or I don't want a waiting space, because he needs to have that waiting space in case he's shut out, so he has access from the outside into here. But obviously that's can have another little step up there if need be. But this is going to be quite big and quite in your face, and it's quite difficult actually to have the seats here, the chair here to the desk. But anybody else having it later on, obviously that desk could be out. And anyway, it steps and it's storage. Right now it can stay as it is, and also by taking that lid off, I can still put a loo bucket in there and use the loo during the daytime when nobody's about. Keep it open or at night time, so it's easy access, quick access for someone like me who needs quick access to the loo. And then obviously it can be put back in there, lid on when travelling or when people are around. So that I've had the support of that at the moment. It's just a bit of ply on the wall. Also I can put a thicker trunk against that, but that just sits on there to support it. A bit wobbly, but it works. It's not quite even, but it'll do. I had thought about screwing it, if I can do so. This is what I'd like to do. I had thought about screwing that down so it's solid, then have an extra opening in here so you can just lift up. But then of course I can't use it in my loo bucket. I can't use it for big things like the cat litter. And as nice and quaint as that would be, really I want to have that full space of access. So for make do it do. Obviously I can put another bit of cladding on top of that to tidy up. I was going to clad that, but it's a bit easier just to put a bit of ply on there. It'll do for now. This cushion obviously brings that depth of that up to the same height, so the cat's got somewhere to sit. Whoops daisy, this cushion, if need be, can go on there. So they've got somewhere there as well. And obviously you've got a seat here. So I should hopefully hold my weight. Hold my weight, hold anybody's. There we go, I'm sat on it. So perfect. I'm happy with that. A quick end of the day job. I mean, end of the day, I mean, doesn't mean that's for a seat. If anybody wants to sit there, obviously that cushion would go over there, and you can sit there, put your feet on here, and whatever. But it won't be a seat forever. It's going to be obviously be built up there. So when that back is on there, you've obviously then got a seat with feet on here, a seat with feet down here. You probably sit on top of that one because there'll be a space there with feet down there. So, you know, a bit of storage. And it's easy to take away down again. It's just working for me, for the cat room, and for me to have a bit of loose space. Hi everyone. It is Sunday, and having really fancying the Sunday dinner. And oh, you know, get the old takeaway from Down Valley, who do absolutely fabulous Sunday dinner takeaways and Carberry takeaways. Just to those who don't know, on Just Eat. I checked on my bank account to realise I have no money. I forget I have no money now. I'm going to be living off what's in the cupboards for the next couple of weeks. And then I'm probably going to be on food banks and everything if I can't get enough. And also appreciate, thank you very much to the pet food bank who delivered some food the other day. Ow! I have no protection on. Who's this? Is that the Connie cat? I am cooking. Is that Connie? I'm cooking stir fry. So what I had some sizzle steaks in the freezer. So I've had to raid the bungalow freezer, see what meat we've got left. I have got some meat left in there, so I've obviously got potatoes and everything in here. And cat food, but that's not going to do me much good. Put your bottom in the film. So I've just been cutting up the sizzle steaks into strips, and they are presently frying up. And then I like mixed pepper stir fry. It's a lot easier for me. I don't really do veg and everything else, but this is Morrison's stir fry, and because I'm on the diet, I can obviously calorie count, and this is quite healthy for me. So that goes in with, I do this the whole lot. Still comes in, because you've got to bear in mind I have like one meal and I have a snack tonight. So I do, this is one meal. And then the extra bit of fatty stuff. So again, I don't do pasta, but what I do like is these rice vermicelli noodles, and this whole pack I just break a few bits up into here, and then that just soaks up the juice from the steak, and that pack lasts me for quite a long time, and I can manage that. And I add some sweet chilli, again something adventurous for me, Blue Dragon sweet chilli sauce, just for a bit of flavour. So I'm pushing the boat out here, because I know I like the sweet chilli rice in the packets. So normally I'd have a cooked chicken and cut that up and make a few meals out of that, but I forgot to order it on my Morrison's order, because I was also focusing on getting some cat food in and sort of necessities, and forgot to sort of think about the meat side, thinking, well, you know, I've got stuff in the bungalow. So yeah, so it's really different for me to actually have beef, sweet chilli, beef stir fry. So that's my Sunday lunch treat. And as for anything sweet, I bought some apple juice, so I've got a mug of apple juice. I've been drinking squash all day instead of having coffees, because obviously with coffees it's just like a cup full of sugar. So I'm trying to avoid that. So even though squash has got sugar in, I'm actually doing just what I basically do is I make myself a big bottle of squash, and I try to, because I find it really difficult to drink and get liquids in me, I can then monitor how much I'm drinking, and then that can go in my food diary, and or I can just like sit there and try to force the liquid down me for a day. So Sundays are now quite a lazy day for me. I tend to do all like the houseworky stuff and the bonfires and the tidying up and everything on a Saturday. So yesterday I continued to build the lid to the toilet store step thing, which you will see before this video, hopefully. a little bit of that. Obviously I'm not going to carry on building any more steps up because I have run out of wood and I've run out of money and things like that, and that's not important. But again, that lid's actually working really nicely. That front lower step, I can actually put my loo bucket in there throughout the day, and also the lid actually sits on top. I'll see if I can show you later if I remember. The lid will sit on top of that because it wedged in that little hole, so it's actually there as a hideaway as well during the day. Obviously can't use it as a step while the bucket's underneath it, but it's a nice discreet hideaway. So I'm really impressed with that. I've been using that through the night, and obviously, you know, that travels well in there as well. It's nice and sturdy and it travels. So we are now, there we go, there's the stir fry cooking it with the meat and the veg, and as that juice comes out, I will now get some of this vermicelli and just break it into like little half-inch, or just crush it little bits, and that just gets in, just sets it in this tub while that's cooking. I'll show you in a minute. And then normally you'd obviously have to sort of cook this by soaking it in hot water or whatever. I will, once I've done this, I'm just going to sprinkle it over the top so it gets chance to steam as it is cooking, and then I'll put the sauce in, and then as I stir that, all the liquids come together and it cooks in the juices and becomes soft, and obviously then doesn't overcook compared to everything else. I mean, this is probably going to last more than fun. I don't have much of this at all. That's about all I have of that. So then what I do with that is I then sprinkle it, no, tell a lie, I put my sauce in first to try to help the extra bit of liquids. I just want to stir fry before I need to. I then put, I don't do much because I don't like strong flavours. I don't do spices or things like that. So that will have a quick stir. I don't know my stick, my spoon is. Stir that chilli sauce in. I'll show you in a minute. I haven't got the sort of cameras and facilities to sort of show you what I'm doing. And then sprinkle the vermicelli over the top to give that a chance to steam. This is all one pot cooking, obviously, and then, you know, a huge big frying pan like this, it's a godsend. Obviously you've got your 1 year ovens and your ridge monkeys and that. My ridge monkey is actually in the bungalow, it's actually scraped so it sticks now, so I tend to use this non-stick frying pan instead. So that is now just going to steam a little bit as everything's cooking down, and once the juice in the bottom, I'm just going to toss it all over, and then that'll be ready. That's as long as my gas doesn't run out. So my gas has just run out, or did I just turn it off? So it looks like we're going to change the gas, and one of my big drawers in this nice big Stag dresser holds my little gas canisters. I mean, one of these gas canisters will last a couple of days, 3 days, depends if I'm boiling water and everything on it, a couple of days in general. So they're still available, and they are a bit more expensive now. My delivery of another 24 of them arrived. I've still got about 6 in the drawer here, so I've got a nice backup in the bungalow. So I'll obviously like carry what I need when I go wherever long I'm going away places. Still got to figure out storage and things like that, obviously, while we're still building. So there we go, like that again. Dispose of safely. I don't put this in the bin that I burn. I have a big swing bin in here in the corner, which comes in handy. I try to, when I'm on the road, I burn rubbish, burn cat litter, recycle plastic and everything into one, and things like metal and that into one bag, and then I have a general bin bag which then gets thrown. But I have a swing bin, so things when if I'm obviously putting, if I'm looking at the cats, their poops each day, I put in a dog poo bag in the bin, and then if we're travelling and it's hot, that swing bin can sit outside the van or the lorry or whatever, so you don't have any flies or smells or anything in it. It's only obviously inside when you're travelling. So that was a bit of advice for a friend of mine. I know it's quite big to actually have in here, but it holds a multitude of sins, and I do get quite good. It's very difficult to obviously do your recycling when you're limited on space and what you get through. and especially when you've got deliveries and all those cardboard boxes everywhere, that's a big issue at the moment, cardboard. But and I obviously don't have my log burner to burn cardboard or paper or waste in here at the moment, or yet, or I'll get to have a burner. And that's another benefit of having a log burner. You can obviously burn little bits of paper and waste and things like that. Right, so now that's just starting to soak. It's a quick meal, and it's a healthy meal as well. I know I'm probably not so much of the noodles in, but I did a calorie count on it yesterday, and all my meals, my main meals are coming around like sort of 5 up to 700, depends how greedy I am in the portion sizes. But being a good girl, I know that sort of 2,000 calories a day, and I'm actually finding I'm actually eating less and less and less as the diet goes on. And I think yesterday, I only had about 1,500 calories, and I'm getting less hungry, and I'm sort of trying to keep myself busier and not think so much. If I have a real big meal like this with the lower calorie foods and vegetables, which, you know, try to sort of fill me up, then that helps. And also when I'm in here as well, because I have no rats air fan or anything, normally the cats would be eating their dinner at the same time right now, so I'd tuck them in and open the main door, which I should be doing now, which I haven't done yet. But no, I can't, because Connie's sat on the bed behind me, and obviously don't want any escapees. I have a bit too quick on that. If not, I open this side window, but this one doesn't get too steamy at all. I'll be stopping this in a minute, so that go off. So there we go. Chilli, sweet chilli, beef, vegetable stir fry, and with vermicelli noodles, tiny bit in there just to bulk it out a little bit. And that'd be my grub, with a mug of apple juice, and obviously squash to try and get more liquid down me. I also have my vitamins as well with my meal. And what I've been doing, because I've been forgetting to do them lately, I went and got one of the pill boxes and put all my vitamins in for the daily, so I can see if I've taken them or not. I've also ordered some more magnesium. So I take magnesium because I suffer really bad with cramps, especially as I start walking more and driving for a long time. So I have excruciating cramps in my legs that go on forever. So I was advised to take magnesium. So I take magnesium. I've got evening primrose oil, and a natural alternative to, also I should be on mood stabiliser and all these sort of mental health things. And I abstain from medications by choice, because it just screws my head up. So I'm trying this evening primrose just to sort of, was it St John's wort? Can't remember what I do. Hang on. Is one or the other? Let's have a look. I will show you what I take. Oh, magnesium complex. Okay, we go for the expensive ones, so it's proper stuff rather than cheap ones that are no good. And this has vitamins B6 and D3 and zinc in it as well. I didn't realise that, because I also take vitamin C after COVID and all my being down and obviously struggling, and that's obviously helping me, because I hardly eat any fruit. I'm terrible. I don't like fruit. So this is obviously helping me with my fruit intake, and just make sure I get my vitamin C. And then on top of that, I get my D3, my bone health, and muscle function as a food supplement. And also, that obviously helps regarding keeping those bugs at bay. And then it is evening primrose I take, natural evening primrose oil, and that's on the mental health side and mood side and stabilise mood and everything. So far it's doing okay. Remember to take it. I think so, because I have such an unbalanced diet. I'm obviously trying to eat more healthy now, but even on, you know, fruit, veg and things like that. Hello, I'm cooking my dinner. These are obviously a backup now. Obviously affording these, it would be a bit difficult now. I'm nearly at magnesium, but I think I'm going to have to find a way to afford that, because I can't deal with the cramps. But the others, once they've gone, they'll probably be gone, and I'll probably just we'll see what we can do. But I mean, in the long term, because there's only tablets in here, they're quite affordable. But like I say, pennies are gone now, so we'll see what we can do regarding that. But I know that's important on my health side, and if I have to stop that and I find, you know, I'm struggling again or I'm suffering again, then that's something to look into. I know I don't put myself first, but when you have no money, it's get difficult. And like I say, we're at the stage now where obviously the van money from Destiny and Destiny has gone into Grace, I've had to make sure that happens. It's like even to the point with the cats. I'm obviously new to the cat set that Monday as well, which, you know, had some medication, but we haven't had medication for her or her op. So, you know, if she needs to have some meds regarding her mouth, have her dental extraction for her gingivitis, we'll see as she goes on, then I have to fundraise. Bear in mind, obviously, my credit cards have got a huge thousands and thousands of pounds worth of debt that I'm trying to pay off now rather than go bankrupt and risk losing everything. Because like I say, I've not had that chance to get it and try to build this business and get out there. And once we've got Grace on the road, I can have a go at doing this business I want to do with the drum healing and getting out and doing things like that and teaching and workshops and everything. And there is money there, it's just getting there, and I can't get there without, and that is Bentley asking to go out, and he's had his dinner. So anyway, I'm going to go and have my dinner, go let Bentley out, and I'll catch up with you later. Bye for now. So I'm out with Connie and Bentley for our after dinner walk. There's no point trying to go further at the moment because Connie actually jumps on top of me for a lift. Then the bottom area, I could actually sort of get the pram out and go a bit further and let her ride in the pram and that, but I don't want to leave the other ones at the moment too long. And we're just stretching our legs. Come on, Connie. She's quite happy just to have a sort of go around and then have a few little sniffs. Good girl, you ready? Okay, good girl. Good girl. You coming, Bentley? Lots of sniffs, isn't there? Come on then, let's go for a circuit. She's totally hands-free. She's just completely tied to me. So I've got a restriction on how far she can go away from me, and as soon as she feels that tug, and I say, come on, let's go, she'll just trot back to me. You come in? This bird's about, just wants a bit of extra looks and things now. Look, she's not too much worried, too much about the walk. Don't you dare, that's not your garden. Come on. Connie, come. Come on. You see the lead's loose, I'm not asking her to come back. We're tugging it at all. Come on. Here's a good girl. Once she did a little look, good girl, she'll come back to me. What a good girl. And Betty just comes behind very slowly, like the old man he is. His face is a lot better now. We've managed to clear out that last abscess. It's finally starting to go down. It's starting to clear. So let the fur grow back now. And like I say, he found my bed last night. So we slept on the bed with me last night and everybody else, which was nice. Well, I say it was nice. It's the first time since we moved into Grace that he's done that. He'll go and find a garden to go for a wee in. Go on in, come on, this way. Come on, let's go. Come on in. Right, off we go again. Sorry, look a mess. I've got a few layers on this morning. It's a bit colder and damper. And but you see it's very quiet apart from the bird song. Oh, that's what the noise she makes when she opens her mouth too much and hurts herself with her own teeth. Good girl, you're right. A little bit of a scare. So she'll still want to sort of chew the plants and hunt and that, and they can't do that when they've got, you know, anything that touches their mouth that's hard. It's painful for them. Come on, you two. Come on. See, she wants to sniff and chew and everything. That's like when she does that with her food. If I haven't chopped up enough and she finds a little bit that's too hard, she'll yell up and run away and won't want to look at the food bowl for a good few hours. So I've got to try and make sure that her food is done nicely. Oh, there's that little black cat again. Our rainbow look-alike. Hello. Oh, hello. And Connie's having a bit of a hiss. No then. No fighting. No, leave it. Good girl. I should think so too. What's all that about? No, leave it. Bentley, come. Hang on a minute. So Bentley was actually hackles up and warding off that cat in his own garden, which was a bit naughty. Never seen Bentley before, and obviously Connie was then attacking and defending me and going in to defend Bentley and jumping up on the wall. And you can see where she is at the moment, up on my shoulder, where she's taught to go out the way of things. And she's still up there at the moment on guard and watching what's going on. Again, when they're in that red zone, when Bentley came back towards us, she sort of whacked out at him. But this is what happens. This is where I get in the danger zone. I have to wait for her to calm down and then come out of that zone and then praise her. And she's so good. She just defend me and look after me. Aren't you? Hey, you good girl. Good girl. So I've got the two of them on here. Good girl. And she feels safe. Now come on, Connie, come. Right, so our Bentley's here and all loving and pain-free. Let's see if we can show him his face. So we had a big abscess above his eye there, you can see it, and then just above it again, he had a little one. And then also he had a pocket of blood and an infection under his eye ridge, you can see there. So poor boy had 3 loads of swellings in his face, didn't you, full of pus and up the sea and painful. And as you can see now, he's a lot happier, coming for lovings. See, we'd sorted the 2 out, and I didn't know there was another one. He still wasn't quite right, and it's like the skin looks very glowing and upright. So I actually had to lance this one above his eye, and problem solved. Alright, hey? Problem solved. He's happy now, and he's, like I say, affectionate and don't mind being stroked and everything else. There we go. So you've been in the wars, haven't you? And we've just been trying stopping another fight with the cats just now, didn't we? But you know, he's defending his territory. It's typical male cat thing, isn't it? Eh? Typical male cat thing. Eh? You can see he's a lot happier now. He wants to be stroked, he wants his head rubbed. I feel a bit of infection still, a bit of heat there still, but yeah, much better. Like I said, we did sort of cheat a little bit. I don't usually give him anything being the feral and let him, work on their own devices to recover in that. But I did share the pain meds with him, didn't we? They're all a bit skinny winnies at the moment, aren't you, hey? All a bit skinny winnies at the moment. I'll take the birds and everything will be around soon. Pat himself. I mean, he eats well enough on making the cat food, don't you? Hey, don't you? Oh, it's a good boy. You right, Connie? Just waiting to go back in the lorry now. I'm just going to sit outside and give Bentley a bit of a lovings. And I'm going to get the harness on Caveman and Mischief. I think it's dry enough to let them come out and have a little bit of a play. And I'll sit aside with them all. Okay, so I've just activated the Find My device, and we have this Apple one under the Connie Cat tag. So I'm just undone Caveman off his lead, because I know he's not going to go very far, and just see if it does locate him. Good girl, Connie. You good girl, Connie. That was a daisy. Tangled. That was a daisy. Right, Bentley. I'm going to test it out. You can see you won't go far from me. You'll go back into the lorry quite happily. I've got to trust he'll just have a little wander and not go too far. He's just so quiet lately. I really want to sort of try to boost him a bit, because he's just so down since Cleopatra's gone, and now after the neutering as well. And these 2 girls have been beating him up a little bit. A bit calmer now. He just wants to, be with them. So they're going through their own issues at the moment, with Mischief was obviously in pain after her op, and Connie's obviously got issues with her mouth. And he just wants to have cuddles and affection, and they just didn't want to know. Where are you going, Connie? Good boy. So anyway, I'm really scared about, him getting hurt and everything, but I can't wrap him in cotton wool, can I? And, just got to hope that he watches out for the cars and the cars watch out for him. But I'm going to put the tracker on now and just watch that to see how precise it is, that's it. Because the tile one's not very precise. But this one should be a lot more precise. And like I say, I want him to learn to go off like that and come back and enjoy himself a little bit. So I can give him a bit of a freedom today while I'm sat here. Sunday freedom. I'll use one now to sit out here on the lawn in the garden, just watch and observe now. It was good walking Connie first because now she just wants to sit down. She's been under the bush. The tracker actually says that he was beside the bungalow, not under the bush, so it's a good 20 feet, 30 feet wrong. I don't know what the time scale is on movement and everything. But at least I can play a sound as well when it's close enough. So, and if it's not close enough, it says you're not close. So, at least we know what area he's in. Doesn't necessarily be the closest. You be careful, K-man. This is what I'm worried about. Look, with him going on the road and the path by the roads. Obviously, he's been off walking with me, and hopefully he'll just go into the garden at the top. I used to go clear, but if he sees a bird or something, they tend to chase them, and that's when they get hit by the cars. You should go back in that garden up there and go in a circle around. Oops. We'll see what happens. Just got to keep my fingers crossed. It is what it is. I can't have him being this depressed anymore. So we'll let him have a little bit of a wander. See if that cheers him up. When we go for a walk, he cheers up and rolls in the sun and everything. But yeah, this is either going to be a good decision or a bad decision. I ought to get him insured, I suppose, if I'm going to do this. So I might do that now. Not that I've got any money to insure him with, but I'll see what I can do. Well, he just come trotting back down the road like a good little boy. I tell you what to put his bell collar back, a bell on his thing as well, so we can hear him. Instead of having the collar on, he can have his harness on. He's got his name and the number on the harness, look, and the tracker. And if I put a bell on as well, I can hear him jangling coming down. I literally just heard that little name thing clicking against him. So that was nice. Good boy, caveman, coming back.